What's up, y'all? Easy from Next Level Shooting. This video is going to be about Oshae Brissett, who is a Canadian basketball player. He last played in the NBA for the 76ers and had stints with the Celtics, Pacers, and the Raptors. I'm assuming he would like to make his way back into the NBA, and the best possible route would be for him to improve his outside shooting. He also has his own YouTube channel, where he posts lifestyle vlogs, and in one of his videos he posted his shooting workout, which gave me a glimpse into how he shoots. In this video, I'll go over the things that I think he can improve on, and in the end of the video, I'll show you which NBA star I believe his form can resemble if he makes the suggested changes. Buddy does a good job of keeping the ball close to his body as he catches it and gets himself facing the hoop. As his left foot is planted and his right foot is about to touch the floor, he keeps the ball close to his body and starts to lift the ball vertically in almost a straight line before he gets to his set point. As he lifts, his elbow maintains the same bend as when the ball was at his gather, creating a small curve from the gather to the set point. Because he keeps the ball close to his body, Buddy utilizes more of his core and lats in his shot, instead of overly relying on his shoulders, giving him an effortless shot. This gives Buddy a quick release, and he's someone who shoots a high percentage on a large volume overall in his career. Brissett, on the other hand, pulls the ball outward with his shoulders, resulting in a more looping shot and a bigger curve. His two-motion shot creates a longer path, which slows the shot down because the ball has to travel further to reach the set point, which takes more time to then release the ball, especially compared to someone like Buddy who has a more efficient shot. I noticed that when he shoots, his feet are set behind him, so when he drives through the ground, he launches himself forward instead of upward, almost as if he's catapulting himself towards the basket in a more horizontal manner. This impacts the power in his shot because he isn't driving through the floor and converting that force into an upward jump. When you jump vertically, you can release the ball on the way up and let that upward momentum add power to the shot. And despite pulling the ball outward, which should give him more power to go upward, there's a clear difference between Norm Powell and Ray Allen, who both pull the ball outward but maintain their feet under them, which allows them to utilize that swing to jump more vertical than Brissett. His core and hips also play a major role in why he jumps forward. In this clip, he starts in a good position with his feet under him, but as he goes into the shot, he loses core stability. His hips push forward, his knees slide way past his toes, and that quad loading motion forces him to jump forward instead of upward. Additionally, that forward shift also throws off his upper body. There's a little wavy motion happening from his gather to his release, which forces him to time his release as his feet come back under him. That's tough to repeat consistently, and it's even a lot harder to do in a game where you're playing at game speed. To illustrate my point further, here's a recent clip from Steph from the Mind the Game podcast, talking about the importance of having a strong base, keeping the hips down, and pushing through the floor in order to have more fluidity in the upper body.
So Bruce Frazier,
Yeah.
like we use you as an example a lot when I'm doing a breakdown drill. Like I'll do like pregame stuff or after practice stuff, where to the point of being able to get to my base, like he'll bring you up as a demonstration of like you have such a solid foundation where, you know,
Get your hips down.
you get your hips down, get low, like you're feeling every part of your foot, your feet, and you're using all of that force to kind of get through.
Pushing in the ground.
And that's a foundation you have to have to then build off of that, you know, creativity and that looseness up top.
Yes.
So that's part of the natural progression of foundation to confidence to then, okay, now I can experiment a little bit. So maybe it's not necessarily a thought, it's like you hammer that down so much that now I have the ability to say, okay, what's gonna help me in the game? Or if I need to stay out of the trees, I can get my range back. That's in there because I have this. And if I still have to go back to that well though. Like we do our stuff at the free throw line where you're doing like the spins and you gotta be in balance. That's your world. Like that's what I learned.
You can see the similarities to Jason Tatum's old shot. Both players had their feet behind them and their hips moving forward, but Tatum kept his feet under him much better and stayed more upright through the jump. He also had a lower set point and more bend in his elbow, which gave him better power and control over his follow-through. I'd like to acknowledge that Norm, Ray, and Jason are all great shooters who have different forms with some similarities between them, but I think it would be tough to replicate their mechanics, which are unique to them and who have made it work. With that being said, I believe the shooting form that makes the most sense for Brissett to model his shot after is Paul George, who has a similar shot to Buddy's but with a higher set point. PG has an excellent form, especially for a player who is 6'9". His mid-range shot, off the dribble 3, and catch and shoot 3 are all smooth and consistent. When analyzing Paul George's shot from the ground up, you can see that his feet are directly under him, not behind them. His hips remain stable and don't shift forward, and he keeps the ball close without pulling it outward. He lifts the ball straight up while maintaining a consistent bend in his elbow from the catch to the set point, just like Buddy Hield does. He does an excellent job of shooting on the way up, and I like where his set point is. It's not too high and not too low, whereas Brissett is a bit too high in my opinion. His elbow tilts too far upward, and just by lowering it, it can help him shoot on the way up and give him more control and power on his follow-through. Now, all the changes I've highlighted won't guarantee that he shoots a better percentage, because there are other factors that contribute to becoming a good shooter beyond shooting mechanics that I won't get into in this video, but I think it's a step in the right direction and something that he could build off of. That's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you made it this far, thanks for watching.